This Thursday, Peacemaker will drop on HBO Max. The first 3 episodes, at least. Peacemaker, our character from the Suicide Squad, will be getting his own show. So right now, I am going to give out what do I expect from this show, and this is what I expect. Hi, my name is Nathan, and I talk about a bunch of movies and TV on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share what you expect from the show called Peacemaker, and let me also know your excitement level for this show. To be clear, there's only a possibility that I'm watching this show because I have seen The Suicide Squad, James Gunn's film, and Peacemaker seems like a show that is going to take the Suicide Squad's rated R material and put it in this show. So there's only a possibility that I might watch considering the age that I am right now. Also, these are just what I think it will take place in the show, what I do expect to happen. And with that said, let's begin what I expect. So, basically, the most interesting thing about this show thus far is that James Gunn decided to do this TV show based on this specific character. There were some more surviving Suicide Squad members. There was Bloodsport, Harley Quinn, King Shark, and Ratcatcher 2 that he could do a show of, but he chose Peacemaker as his next project. And so that was the most interesting thing to me, is because James Gunn had a bunch of options, and he chose this as his next project. And so I'm curious to see what he does with them. Likewise, I do enjoy the James Gunn films that I have watched. I've only seen 3. I've seen the Suicide Squad and the 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. So, I've seen 3. And the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, both of them, I really enjoyed. The Suicide Squad, obviously a great DC movie that was much improved from the 2016 version. So, I think that the Peacemaker will follow its footsteps. And they have 3 trailers for this one. They actually released their Red Band trailer like a few days ago. I have seen that Red Band trailer, and I thought it was kind of awesome. And it basically set the tone for what the show was going to be. So, if you watch the Red Band trailer, that's basically what the show is going to be. So, I'm curious to see what they're doing with this. Likewise, obviously, you have John Cena as Peacemaker, seeing him in this state of life. You also have Robert Patrick as the T-1000, as Peacemaker's dad, the T-1000 from Terminator 2. And I'm just curious to see what they're doing with Robert Patrick, because, pretty much the only movie I've seen in him is Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So, that will be fun to see him. And you also have, the problem with this one is there's not a clear threat. Based off of the trailers that they've given, there's not really a clear threat. So I'm curious to see what that is as well. Seems like there's going to be a bunch of Suicide Squad-ish humor. That's kind of a gibberish sentence there. So I'm glad to see more of that humor in this film, because I just thought the Suicide Squad's humor landed very well. And what I'm presuming is that in the last 9th episode, maybe in our big final showdown, the rest of the remaining Suicide Squad will show up. Either they work with Peacemaker or they battle against him. So that's very interesting to see. We have seen some villains in the trailer. There's this guy that kind of looks like TDK, the Detachable Kid. I know I'm presuming that might be TDK, because I know he died in the Suicide Squad, but just like Peacemaker also kind of died in the Suicide Squad, and then he came back to life. He was revealed to be alive. So maybe that's also the case with TDK. And likewise, you have a bunch of funny moments in the trailer, and Peacemaker was always just one of these characters that's just so over the top and silly, that he's silly enough that you could believe that he's actually a part of this very lively Suicide Squad.
I cherish peace with all my heart. I don't care how many men, women, and children I need to kill to get it.
And so that's really interesting that James Gunn decided to go in this direction. And I love that we're getting new superheroes like Vigilante. Like, I don't know where they're going to go with Peacemaker because it's set before and after the Suicide Squad. The thing I'm really skeptical about is because the premise says before and after the events of the Suicide Squad, and I don't know how that's going to play out. Like, Boba Fett, the book of Boba Fett, it's airing right now, and one of my criticisms of the show is it kept switching between present day and flashbacks, and sometimes I got confused with present day and flashbacks. I hope that's not the case with this one. But either way, I am excited for the show. There's a possibility I will check it out because I have seen James Gunn's Suicide Squad. And so, this is a show I'm just pretty excited to see. So, that's what I expect from the show. I just expect, like, Suicide Squad-ish type stuff. If you enjoyed this video, click that like button. I have more content like this over on my channel. Consider subscribing. Remember, down below in the comment section to share what your excitement level is for Peacemaker or what you expect from the show. And also, remember to click that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe. Oh, and check out my other content as well. I will see you guys in the next one.